Okay, so this kind of came out of a conversation that Helena and I had the other day about a couple of important things that I consider when I'm working with somebody. And one is that I stay in a outcome frame. What do you want? What would that look like? How would that feel to you? And that it be as specific as we can make it. And I see so many therapies that go to a problem frame, like what's wrong and how are you feeling, and what's it like when you feel this way, and is it awful, and how awful is it? And so, like, if you would imagine somebody standing here, if you take them to the outcome frame and really begin saying, what is it that you want? It's a movement forward or up. And the obstacles become apparent the more you ask questions. So you're dealing with the same emotional material, but it's different because you're putting it in a frame of how do you get to where you want to be and what exactly is stopping you. So if it is a trauma experience, or if it is some past programming, or if it is that you're married to an asshole, whatever it is, so those things still come up and come into play in a very specific way, but it doesn't, if you're not letting them sink so far into quicksand that it's harder to pull them out. And the more I've learned about how the brain works, the more I see almost all of it as neurology, not psychology. Well, physiology, we can't do anything without bringing our physiology into it. But if you ask somebody what's wrong, I'll give you an example. I was at a conference one time and there was this beautiful young lady, like 16-year-old, who gave a speech about something big that she had overcome, like sexual abuse. And this gal was just like on fire, with strength and presence. And then she finished her speech and sat down, and all these older women came around and started, I don't know, it almost looked like they were pushing down on her. They're hugging her and they're doing all this stuff, but they were, I don't know, energetically. It was like, could I push this girl back in a cave? That's what it looked like. When she had taken all that bad stuff that had happened to her and turned it into resource, their programming was, if somebody's been hurt that bad, they must be broken.
Maybe there was a good intention of
I know there was a good intention.
give her love or give her what we think is support, but you're actually, you're pushing her back into the.
Yeah. And, just as a viewer of that, it would just really amazed me that energetically what it felt like. Instead of them going, whoa, 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 what a talk you gave and how you've transformed this. They were like, So,
Yeah.
so when I'm talking about neurology and I'm talking about the brain, almost any mishap, any trauma can be transformed into resource if it's worked with in a good way. And I see way, way too many people who take their healing and make it a lifestyle. And that to me is just robbery. Like to have teachers or mentors around you that help you stay stuck. Is what you just saw was a recording of a training that I did with Helena and Jody a while back. And I'm experimenting with being able to come into the video and add something to it or explain what I'm doing or whatever. So this is just a test to see if I can manage to learn this program in a good way so that it's useful to me. So that was just an introductory piece into the outcome frame. And if I decide to put it somewhere, I will actually include the outcome frame, which is a very useful tool for helping people get away from a problem and towards a desired outcome.